Yeah, g'day guys, welcome back to Gordon Travis. So on this episode we're going to be installing and doing an initial review on the brand new KickAss pull-out awning, the 2.5 by 2 metre awning. So guys, let's get into it. Guys, so as I said, we're going to do an install and just an initial review on the brand new KickAss pull-out awning. So they're on their website at the moment for a $249. I'll just run over a few key features for it. So it's obviously 2.5 metres by 2 metres. It's khaki in colour and it weighs around 11 kilos. So it's got a built-in removable IP68 light with dimmer. And that comes with a 5 metre cord, but that plugs into a cigarette lighter. So I would have liked to see KickAss possibly change the SIG socket to the Anderson plug to pretty much match all their other gear. So the awning itself is it's a 280 GSM ripstop poly cotton water resistant canvas. It's rated to 50 plus, obviously, so you can get out of the sun and you're not going to get sunburnt. It's got a heavy duty 1000D transit cover that encloses or covers the actual awning itself. It's got reinforced. Righto guys, so obviously this is the bits and pieces that actually go with it. So these are the brackets. So they're made out of 5mm steel, which is good. So obviously they're not going to bend, which is what you want. All your nuts and bolts, decent size. You've got nylon nuts as well, so obviously it's not going to rattle off if you're going down any corrugations. Comes with a few pegs. Now I would have liked to possibly see these pegs maybe the next size up, but still they're a decent sized peg and you're not getting those crappy little 2mm pegs. As soon as you hit it, they bend in half. And obviously a couple of guy ropes just to help hold it down. Right, so this is the awning itself, or the bag. So obviously, as I said, it's a 1000D transit cover, so it should be of decent quality. The zips itself, they look as normal, decent quality from KickAss, and they should just slide open with these. So that's just on the inside of the transit cover itself. So just initial thoughts on it. Feels like a nice thick awning, and obviously there's your inbuilt light, or you can remove it as well. So once I get it all set up, we'll open that up and we'll actually have a good look at that light itself. But in the back of my canopy just here, I've got all my bits and pieces. So my battery, Anderson plug, SIG sockets, so that'll work well. So it'll be mounted on the passenger side of the Colorado. So those brackets, a big L-shaped bracket, which is not going to work well with my setup, obviously because I've got really nowhere to connect it to. So I'm going to have to cut that L bracket and mount it pretty much directly onto there, and just drill a couple of holes in there, bolt it on there, and then connect it up that way. I think that's going to be the easiest way for me to do it, but obviously everyone's setup's going to be different, and those brackets will definitely come in handy. So let's get into it anyway. Right, as I was saying, so the L bracket for this, it's obviously not going to work for me. I'm really going to have nowhere to attach it and I need to get it up a bit higher as well, because it's obviously going to be hitting the top of the canopy and that's not going to work. So as I said, I'm just going to have to nick it off on the corner here and just have a flat bracket itself, and that'll just get mounted to the face of the this, and then it'll just hook up, and that'll give me plenty of clearance up off the ground. It's going to be high enough for me to get under it because I'm 6 foot tall. I don't want to be getting under it and trying to hide under it like this. I'd want to be able to stand up and enjoy a nice can of Great Northern. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll cut these off, and then I'll get it half sort of set up, and then we'll come back. Right, I've just cut out the 2 brackets. I'll just go ahead and put some markings up on the roof rack, and we'll start mounting it. So I was just thinking I could probably nearly get away with just mounting the awning straight onto the roof rack there, but I think I'll go with these brackets just to give it that little bit more strength. I'd hate to see it you know, potentially twist over time or bend, so that extra 5mm of thickness will do it a world of good. Righto, so pretty easy to obviously put your bolts in. Just put the head of the bolt, run it through the track, and obviously do the same. And then repeat the process up on the other end. Righto, we'll mount it up and see how good our drilling was and our measurements were. Knowing my luck, it'll be wrong. Now it's not going to go anywhere. Now it's pretty much just up to where you want to set it. So you obviously don't do your nuts up too tight when you first install, so you can obviously shift it backwards and forwards. Well, that'll sit there like that. Anyway, I'll put the other nuts on, I'll tighten them up, and then we'll open it up and inspect the inside. Yeah, righto guys, so I've got it installed on the ute, all the Nylox nuts are nice and tight. So let's unzip it and see what the contents looks like. and how easy it is to set up by yourself. Zip runs well, it's only new. Decent Velcro straps too. As said previously before, canvas feels good. Roll that a little bit. Flick that out. This probably looks uncoordinated, but anyway, I'll see how I go by myself. It'll be definitely a lot easier with two people, but if you're out touring around by yourself and you've only got yourself, you might as well learn how to do it by yourself. And then obviously the legs drop down. And we'll have another go at hooking that up in there. Tell you what, that was a bit of a struggle. Definitely have two people doing that. Make life a lot easier. Righto, we'll just go around and retension everything. Set up the other side here as well. Not just a fraction, that'll do. Go along here and all these Velcro straps, tie them down, and the poles. Anyway, I'll finish setting it up and then we'll come back and we'll set the lights up. Righto guys, so we got it all set up. Do apologise for that last bit of footage, but I was by myself, so it probably didn't look the best, but as I said, if you got two people, have two people set up, it'll make life 10 times easier. But anyway, we'll get into the lighting. So all the bits and pieces are obviously must be inside the channel itself. I guess I can go back in there and they're not going to get lost, or if you've got a decent canopy set up, you could probably just take them out and put them in a drawer somewhere and for next time. So obviously the dimmer switch is on one side, and on the other side here is the power cord itself. So that's about 5 meters in length, so plenty of room, plenty of cord. So this is removable as well, so if you don't want it there, you can actually remove it. I don't even know if you could, you could nearly even put it in the track up here if you really wanted to. But I think it'd be probably better underneath the awning itself. So you got obviously the light. But anyway, we'll plug it in and see what happens. Yeah, righto guys. So it got the better of me. So I ended up taking the lights out of the above the canopy, and I've actually slid them into the slide at the top here, or at the end. So it probably actually looks better where it is there. So obviously all your connections, well, screw in, they've all got little O-rings on them, so they're going to join, they're going to seal good. And then the same for that one as well, and back to the ute itself. So it does look a little bit untidy at the moment, obviously because, I'd probably need a little bit longer cord just so I could, tuck it up around and even put it under those Velcro straps and run it all the way back along the poles and then back into the canopy itself. So this is a dimmer switch. Everyone's seen a dimmer switch, so it turns on, and obviously there's your lighting. So it's probably a little bit hard to tell at the moment, obviously because it's daytime, but I'll be interested to see how much actual light that does show out. I won't video it, but I'll come out this afternoon or tonight and I'll take a photo. So jump on our Facebook page, Gone Travelling Oz, and you'll see it set up and going during the night. Yeah, righto guys, so we've all set up, so I won't worry about filming myself packing it away, because obviously it's going to be in reverse order, and I'm going to get someone to give me a hand this time just to make it just that little bit easier. I'm pretty impressed with the KickAss product. As you know, I've got a lot of KickAss gear, so they're obviously doing the right thing by me and providing us with top quality gear. So as I said before guys, if you've got any questions, you know, feel free to ask. As I said, if I don't know it, I'll find out. If I can't find out, I'll give you something professional and it'll make it sound good. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little episode. If you do, and this sort of content interests you, please don't forget to subscribe. And guys, if you've already subscribed, smash the like button. It helps my video get promoted up the YouTube ranks. But anyway guys, I'll talk to you later. Cheers.